Hi everybody, I'm Chef Angie Consiglio with Consiglioskitchenware.com. Today we're going to be going over how to get the best results with your fully automatic espresso machine. The main recommendations that I'll be going over today include what espresso beans you should be using, the machine's grinder settings, temperature settings, strength settings, the benefit of pre-infusion, what milk types yield the best results, and what regular maintenance you should be doing with your machine. Today for our demo, I'm using the Philips 5400. Upon unboxing your new espresso machine, you're likely going to notice that there's a little notification somewhere on the machine or within the manual that lets you know the machine was tested at the manufacturing level. That means if you open it and you see some coffee grounds within the machine, that's normal. Today we're going to be using the Super Crema blend. I have some of the beans here so you can see that they are matte in color. This is a good indicator that the beans are not oily. Excessively oily beans can damage the burr grinder within the grinder of your machine. If you put the beans on your palm, there's no oil residue. That means that they're safe for your grinder. Are you experiencing a beverage that is watered down, that lacks consistency and flavor? That means the grinder is set far too coarse, allowing too much water to pass through without full absorption taking place. Are you experiencing a beverage that is too thick almost and far too bitter? That means the grinder is set far too fine. If you're noticing excess water in the dredge drawer, or if the pucks are far too muddy looking or not holding together, that has to do directly with the grind setting. And there's an easy fix. I'm going to show you how to make an adjustment to your grinder coming up. Today we're using the Philips 5400 Latte Go. This will be the same process for the Philips machines, the Latte Go series. If you have a different machine, different brand, different model, please refer to your instruction manual for proper guidelines. When you adjust the grinder, you have to make sure the grinder is grinding when you go ahead and adjust the knob. Do not adjust the knob if the grinder is, at this point, not grinding. Right now, the grinder is set closer to the 12, which is the coarsest setting. That is what was resulting in a very watery beverage. I'm going to go ahead and select the machine to make one espresso. Once the grinder is grinding, then that's where I go in, press down on the adjustment knob, and go towards level 4. Now that we've gone ahead and adjusted the grinder, your next step is to make between 3 to 6 beverages so that you can see the difference take place. Always ensure your machine is set to the highest temperature setting. Within fully automatic espresso machines, you always have an option to adjust the strength setting. The higher the strength setting signals the machine to grind more coffee for that one beverage, yielding in a fuller body, stronger tasting end result. This point in time is where the water and the espresso grounds are mixing together to get the full aroma and the full flavor. For best milk texture and froth, 2% Regular dairy milk is suggested. Make sure that whatever milk you're using, if it's dairy or non-dairy, that it's cold and straight from the refrigerator. If you're using non-dairy milks, a really great one is an oat milk. It does tend to froth very well. Keep in mind that if you're going to be using rice milk or certain types of low-fat milks or non-dairy milks, those may not froth as much because of the protein and fat content. Let's go ahead and talk about regular maintenance. It's always suggested that you use the water filter that pairs with your machine. The 5400 uses the AquaClean water filter that sits right inside of the water tank. This filter will prolong how often you have to descale the machine. Certain brands like Jura, for example, if you use the smart filter, it will completely remove the need for you to go ahead and descale. If you opt to not use the filter for your machine, then you have to go ahead and descale the machine when the machine signals you to. On a weekly basis, you're going to go ahead, remove the brewing unit from your machine, and keep in mind the Jura lineup, you can't remove the brewing unit, so you do have to go ahead and use the clean tablets. Once you remove the brewing unit from the Philips machine, and you can remove it from Gaja, from DeLonghi as well, you're just going to go ahead and rinse it. Next, the machines tell you when to go ahead and empty the spent pucks container or the dredge drawer. That's on a counter. Once a day, you'll be emptying the drip tray. I've emptied mine already, so there's not too much water in there. Very easy to maintain. Remember, if you are opting to not use the water filters, make sure you go ahead and descale. Always descale the machine when it tells you to, or replace the water filter when the machine tells you to. I'm Chef Angie Consiglio with Consiglioskitchenware.com. I hope today's little demonstration and tutorial will help you achieve the best tasting coffee with your fully automatic espresso machine. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@Consiglioskitchenware.com. We're always here to give you a helping hand.